Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Gil Trading Lab. If you're new to this YouTube channel, please like this video, share and subscribe. On today's video, I'm going to be doing a pre-session analysis on EURUSD. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'll be posting a gold analysis after this. So subscribe and press that notification bell so that you'll get notified immediately I post that video. So I'm going to start from the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, my swing structure is bullish. This is my swing structure. This is my strong swing low, and we don't have a weak swing high since we haven't gotten a significant pullback. That's why I haven't labeled my weak swing high. So currently the swing high hasn't been formed. So after the swing break of structure, we should expect a swing pullback. What can we use to signal for us the start of the swing pullback? We can use structural confirmation, number one. So we can wait for either a bearish church or an internal boss, like here, to signal for us the start of the swing pullback. Or we can wait for mitigation of an unmitigated zone on the left. In this case, the unmitigated zone is way above here, which can provide a reaction to give us the swing pullback. But also another thing is price has mitigated monthly supply. That monthly supply can provide a reaction for us so that we can get a swing pullback. So currently I'm relying on that monthly supply to provide a reaction to give us the swing pullback. So for today's session, I'm willing to just keep looking for shorts to trade that reaction from monthly supply to play the swing pullback. You can still, order flow is still bullish, so you can still keep looking for longs, but you need to accept the risk that longs currently are low probability. You're trading against monthly supply mitigation. Yeah, you need to accept that. Okay, so that's all for the daily time frame. Let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, give me a minute to scroll this to the right. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, my swing structure is bullish. This is my swing structure. This is my strong swing low, and this is my weak swing high. I've mapped it as my swing high because we have gotten from the point it was formed, we have gotten a significant pullback, which I'm happy to name this as my weak swing high. So if price comes and breaks this high, you see, it will have formed a really nice swing structure, which we can expect for the trend to continue from the low of it. So currently we are in the swing pullback phase. Price has mitigated this bull trap. It has only caused a fractal break of structure, but you can also label it as an internal structure. It broke this. This is kind of a significant pullback, so you can label it as an internal structure where this will be a strong internal low. But I'm happy to use what is forming on the right side. So in this case, if price breaks and closes below this low, then this will be my internal structure. I'm not happy with this, labeling this as my internal structure. So currently we are in the internal pullback phase. Price has currently, yesterday we got a reaction from this demand, but it did not target the weak high, but it's still active. It can still cause a higher high. But from the higher time frames, I want to be looking for shorts. So this zone is a nice demand zone. It's a sweep zone, but also it has this kind of ascending lows below it, which can be used as liquidity for price to target on the way down. So for me, I'm weighing much more importance on looking for shorts than longs. I'm more bearish than bullish. And yeah, so I really love to see this demand fail, so I can consider shorts and also see structural confirmation, like price break below this low. But if price breaks and closes below this low, it will be an internal structure. Then I'll start weighing much more importance on this structure that's forming in the in the pullback. So if price breaks and closes below this low, we'll have an internal structure to play now that deep swing pullback. We are still in the price is still in the premium prices. As you can see, price hasn't tapped. This is the EQ of the range. Price hasn't tapped into the discount prices, into the EQ of the range, meaning there's still cause for low prices. There's still unmitigated zones below, which price might want to mitigate. But we've already gotten a significant pullback, and maybe the higher low could be in place, and price could likely be targeting the week high. As you can see, maybe you see these lows here. It might be liquidity. You see, it's kind of equal lows, which price has maybe now swept. And if we see PBL fail plus bullish eye chalk, because we haven't gotten a bearish chalk, so meaning a break of this high will be an eye chalk, then we'll have confirmed that maybe now price is ready to use the liquidity that has been taken from this low, and that price is ready to target the week swing high. So that's all for the 4-hour frame, but I'm weighing much more importance on looking for shorts. So I'd really love to see this demand fail. Also, if price also breaks and closes below this low, since this was the start of this, the start of reaction after mitigation of this demand, if price breaks and closes below that low, we'll have a flip. We'll have a failed reaction, meaning that this demand will have failed, but it will be best if we also get a bearish shock to confirm that really supply is in control. So currently, that's all I have for the 4-hour time frame. So let's drop down to the M15 time frame. On the M15 time frame, my swing structure is bullish. This is still my swing structure. Give me a minute. Here it is. This is my swing low. This low, as I've labeled it here, my M15 swing strong, and this is my weak swing high. After the break of structure, a pullback was expected, and that's what we have been in from on Tuesday. Price has been in the swing pullback phase. So price initially pulled back, mitigated 4-hour demand, then we got that internal shift confirming that the swing pullback was likely complete, but that isn't like a strict criteria that after an eyeboss that it's a must now price to target the weak swing high. Price can still mess around here before it goes. So it's not a guarantee that after a break of structure, an internal break of structure, that now price is now likely to target that high. But it's a good confirmation that price is likely to target the high. But like as you see in this case, plus if you also check from the higher time frames, you know you can understand from what I've talked from the daily time frame, you can see why price didn't target this high, because of the monthly supply mitigation. So price is now likely to get we are now likely to get that daily swing pullback. That's why we see that this internal structure didn't follow through to target the swing structure. If let's say price hadn't mitigated the monthly supply, then it could likely maybe the swing structure internal structure could have remained bullish to target the week swing high. So it seems that the bullish eyeballs here was just a formation for price to form the 4-hour internal leg, like internal pullback. Then now once it shifted bearish, now prices we are now targeting the week 4-hour internal low. It's like price is now forming the 4-hour internal structure. Let me draw it here so you all can understand. So 4-hour swing is bullish. After the break of structure, a swing pullback is expected, and it's either internal structure to form like this, or it can form like this. It can start to form in the pullback. So in this case, we can see now internal structure is now forming here within the pullback. I hope you all understand. So yesterday, this internal shifted back bearish to now it signaled that this low is weak. That's why you see even I've drawn this X mark, the X line here to indicate that there's liquidity here to be targeted. Because this is a weak low. So which yesterday price and came and targeted that low. So now we've gotten a sweep of that low. And like I said on the higher time frame, that the sweep of this equal lows, this low and this low could likely could now be the fuel for the formation of the 4-hour higher low for price to form a higher high. But from the higher time frame, from the daily, from the monthly, I want to be looking for short. So maybe, and also even after, also yesterday, price after the internal shifted bearish here, you can see price came, mitigated this demand at this week low, and internal shifted back bullish. But as you can see, the eyeballs isn't that much convincing. We got the internal break of structure, price returned back to the range with a huge momentum. It's likely it looks like an internal, like a sweep, like price has just grabbed liquidity above this high. And also, even as you can see, the way the leg was formed, it was an impulsive move. It had no lead. We have this supply has no lead, and it's a straight push. It's not. It may be the reason why. So it's a bear trap, meaning that's why maybe price has targeted the high. So maybe we might see internal shift back bearish. So for today's session, so to keep looking for shorts, but there I've done a lot of explanation on that. I hope you all understood. You're understanding my view. So to keep looking for shorts, I'd love to see, ideally, price break below this low. But hey, the candle has closed. It's 6 a.m. UK time. The 4-hour candle has closed and it hasn't closed below this low. So to fully confirm that this demand is likely to fail, I'd love to see price break and close below this low, which will happen in 10 a.m. UK time. That will be the end of London session. So maybe I'll be interested with shorts maybe after the London session. Maybe the New York session is when I'll get involved with the shorts, because for now I really want to see this forward demand fail. It's not a good idea to trade against this forward demand. Plus, also after the sweep of these lows, the sweep of these lows could fuel the next 4-hour internal leg, a 4-hour swing leg. Sorry. So even the after the first breaking below and closing below this low, it will also be a confirmation. It will also be a M15 internal break of structure, because if price closes below this low, price will have closed below this low, meaning we will have an internal break of structure, and internal will have shifted bearish. But they also not forgetting that swing is still bullish. So we have still unmitigated zones here within the left, on the left side, which the M15 swing higher low could be formed from them. But we are in a huge swing range. So currently I'm weighing much more importance on what's forming on the pullback than what's on the left side. So currently I want this internal structure to signal for me the end of the swing pullback, not these old zones on the left side. So for shorts, I want to see internal shift back bearish, then I wait for a pullback. If we will have a session demand supply, then I can trade from it directly. If we won't have a session supply, then I can wait for order flow shift. You can place M15 or first, or you can trade from, if you want to wait for more confirmations, you can wait for price to pull back to the supply that will have caused the order flow shift. Then you drop down to your lower time frame, your execution time frame. For me, in my case, I use the M5. I check LC entry models. Then I look to catch the fractal lower high. Then I look to follow the fractal order flow to the weak internal low, and potentially to target this 4-hour. This, even on the M15, you can see this liquidity below here. So that's all for today's video. For longs, not forgetting longs. Let me talk about it quickly. So internals, even if the break of structure isn't that much convincing, internal is still bullish. Technically, it's still bullish, meaning this, after even price has come and swept this low, maybe this now is the next internal M15 internal higher low, and also after the sweep of these lows, maybe now prices will form the next M15 swing leg. So this M15 might remain bullish. So for longs, you can wait for either the eyeballs, then you look to trade from the strong low, or you can keep following this order flow, which I don't advise. It's best if maybe price comes, sweeps this low, then we get now the order flow shift, then you can now follow the order flow to the week and 15 internal high. If you're happy to, if you're aggressive, if you wanna keep following the order flow, then it's okay, but you need to accept the risk that price might come down to sweep Asian low before the move happens. All right, so that's all for today's video. If you find value in the video, please like, share, and subscribe. I wish you all a wonderful and a blessed day.